Hello and welcome to the Euroshow 2023. And now, let's go balls deep and meet this week's presenters.
Hello and welcome to the Euroshow Challenge podcast for 2023. My name is Jayce Stokes, one of your hosts, and joined today, as always, by the full team. Got Gav.
How are we doing? You alright?
We got Ross.
Hello.
And we've even got Sai.
Hello.
Right, so this is December. We're in Twixmas, I believe they're calling it now, which is fucking ridiculous. Where did that come from?
I think it's the term for when everyone's too full of cheese to know what day it is.
True story. It's that bit where nobody knows what fucking day it is. Nobody knows whether they've got to go back to work tomorrow or not. And everyone's just eating the remains of all the cupboards in the fridge that they filled up for Christmas. Have you boys been having a good Christmas, Ross?
Oh yeah, fucking absolute riot with the kids. Loads of drink, loads more drink, and a side of more drink.
So mostly the same as normal life with tinsel.
Yeah, but then I've got the challenge of drinking all that drink I got for Christmas by the new year, because everybody starts their new year, new me bullshit. So I don't, but I still like to make the effort.
It's a bit late for a new you, isn't it, Ross? How about you, Si? Had a good time?
Yeah, it's been.
They do Christmas that far north.
Yeah, they do. They do Christmas. The fucking Santa comes around, and
I suppose he only has to walk down with the presents. Doesn't need to go with this sleigh, does he?
No, he's a local, you know. So it's
just walks across the fucking ice, and there he is.
Wildly celebrated with wild weather and shit internet. Apart from that, yeah, it's been a good one.
Nice. How about you, Gav? You had a good time?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad at all. Like Ross, plenty of drink. The only thing different is the tinsel. And this dry January bollocks can fuck off because my birthday's in January, so...
Oh, you definitely got to go dry for that, mate.
No.
Be dry for your birthday. So as I said, this is December, so this will be our last podcast for this year. We're all very excited, as you can imagine. We've endured another year of the Euroshow Challenge. But we're going to try and put together a good show for you, give ourselves a bit of a send-off, and there may be some surprises later on, you never know. But that being said, we're going to go straight in with a couple of comments that have been put on. These aren't questions, but they're comments that have been put on their Facebooks. So, Gav, do you want to read the first one?
The first one is from Mark Monty Monahan. Thank fuck for that. I've got a ton of multiplayer co-op games that Ross needs to buy come January 1st so we can get back to normal. Now, if ever there was a statement that someone needs an intervention from Yoss, I think that is it.
It's pretty much admitting it. Anyway, I think Monty's been having a bit of a vicarious year of shame himself, not being able to be carried by Ross for the whole year. He's probably not done very well in games. But don't worry, your little carry partner will be back for you soon, won't you, Ross?
Well, yes. My list is never ending, it seems. We'll get into that later.
So, I'll read the next one.
Yeah, next one we have is, again, another comment from Stuart Ramage. Not a question, but a comment. I have loved listening to the dynamic building between you all over the year. From the first broadcast where everyone was still finding their feet and a little unsure of how this thing will work, we all knew how it was going to work. We've all been here before, pretty much. To the most recent one where it's obvious you're all extremely comfortable with each other and enjoying yourself.
I'm not sure about enjoying myself, but I'm always comfortable around you fine gentlemen.
It's the circle jerks that did it.
Well, to be fair, he said comfortable rather than professional, didn't he?
No, I mean, there's never got to be a sign of professionalism when I'm a bit...
You're not going to confuse us with professional podcasting, are you?
Just off that, it's been a fun time getting to know, well, obviously I know Gav quite well from the Friday nights, but getting to speak to you other two cunts on the regular, it's been all good fun. How many times can I fit cunt into a podcast without a beep?
No beeps.
We do
here,
beeps?
I
When
can't
we say
believe
cunt in the cunts?
I just delete people. I don't bleep. Yeah, thanks for the comments, guys. we really appreciate bringing the audience along with us and knowing that people are listening to our drivel on a monthly basis. You've probably got much better things to be doing with your lives, but we do appreciate it. And obviously the questions and the comments do help us to fill in some of this content when we don't really know what to say sometimes. So it is really appreciated, but hopefully we can all join in. And if there are more people doing this nonsense in the future, we'll continue the listenership and urge those guys on. Anyway, shall we move on to the first proper section, which is pile progress? Knowing that everybody's been busy with Christmas things and potentially work dues and pretending to be Father Christmas, has anybody actually managed to play any games? How about you, Ross?
I finished one, which kind of drew a line over my year of shame, as it were. So it was, I think, tail end of last month. I was midway through Little Nightmares, so finished that off along with the DLC. And what a fucking game! I think that perfect way to end this shit. Really, really enjoyed it, and the DLC itself that just tied it all up really nicely together. Definitely looking forward to picking up Little Nightmares 2 in the new year, and then I think 3's out next year as well. So yeah, they're pretty high on my fucking hit list. Other than that, been fanning about with some multiplayer, and before Gavin comes in, because I'm just waiting on it, I have been playing whatever it was called. What was that? The finals. So, say what you want. Fuck yous all. It was free, totally free. Done. Played a bit of that.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
That's fun.
What was it? What's that you were playing?
The finals.
What's that all about? I've never heard of it.
It's like a 3v3v3 arena-based shooter. First-person shooter. Goes in, it's kind of modelled like a game show where you're chasing money bags and then having to cash them out. But they've added in a whole lot of... like there's a whole destruction mechanic, so basically any building you see you can bring down effectively, which makes for interesting ends of matches when everyone's attacking like one of the cash out points, which is at the top of like we won't say a skyscraper, it's not that tall, but quite high up. You can basically level the building and bring the fucking box to you to get the wee steal last minute. But all good fun. Just been playing that on the nights that I've been with Minty.
Yeah, fair. Does that count as a new game? You don't care, do you?
What nights would they be, Ross?
What do you mean? What nights would they have been? They'd have been the nights that I was on my money.
Would they be Friday nights or other nights?
Other nights. Tuesday
Okay,
night.
you think you can remember what day of the week it is right now? It's on that fucking night.
I think what Gav's trying to get at here is the fact that I said way back at the start that any multiplayer Game Pass things were fair game on a Friday because everybody was playing them, and it didn't really count because I never progress any more pile on a Friday. But you know what? Fuck you. I've pretty much, as I said with Little Nightmares, that was me drawing a line in it. There's looking through my list of games, there isn't actually anything there that I actually want to play. And I'm not going to waste my fucking time playing something just for the sake of it. If it's not enjoyable, it can get fucked. Completed it. Done.
Completed. Gav, what have you been playing, mate?
To be fair to Ross, I was very, very tempted by the finals as well. But I couldn't really come on you and give him shit about it if I'd played it myself. So I'd really held back from that, but that does look fun. I think it's the devs from Battlefield that have done it, so the destruction mechanics look really, really good on that. Everyone seems to be...
Disappointed there. I was hoping you were going to say, so I created a new profile.
No, nothing that awful, I'm afraid. I've actually been playing quite a bit of Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, there's a surprise.
The unlock thing's a little different on that, so it takes ages to unlock guns because you've got to do like daily challenges and stuff, which is a bit of a ball ache, but it's okay. Quite enjoying that. They brought back a couple of old maps as well, so like Satellite, Shipment, Rust, a few of the others, so it's quite good. They've got a Christmas event on at the minute as well, so they've got a couple of the maps like what's the skyscraper one with the crane? It's got like a Christmas makeover as a shipment as well from the previous game, so that's quite good. Other than that, I've been playing. We've almost got to the end of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It's a fucking great game, Ross. You've got to get that.
Oh,
That's,
yeah. I love me some Borderlands.
It's Borderlands with a brilliant sort of D&D twist on it as well. So it's got the same humour, but it's
I'm looking at that, Ross. So if you are going to dive in, I might join you.
Woohoo! No, I'm definitely going to pick that up. It was one of those ones that I kind of wish I did pick up before the new year, but it's what it is. Always happy to play Borderlands.
we've been playing through that with Dave Southall and another mate, and we've sort of come up with a plan just to go through the story missions and then sort of mop up the side quests and bits and pieces and collectibles then afterwards. So we're just about one or two missions off the story. We would have probably had it done, just hadn't Christmas and stuff got in the way. Yeah, then I decided to go back to Modern Warfare 2. I got stuck on one point in the campaign and basically put it down and swore at it. So eventually over Christmas, I thought if I'm going to go back to the campaign in Modern Warfare, start the campaign in Modern Warfare 3, because I've just been playing multiplayer, that I should finish the one in 2 first.
Can't you finish the campaigns on these things while you're having a shit because they're so short?
Modern Warfare 2 is actually a fairly decently lengthy campaign. It's only Modern Warfare 3 that's a bit shit. Apparently, it's like 3 or 4 hours. So, I think it's more DLC, but full price game.
Can we like go back every recording we've done and find one that Gav hasn't mentioned that he's been playing Modern Warfare?
You may still have it in the future because I finished this one stealth mission where you lose all your guns. Played a couple more missions then and got to the last one. And fuck me, you've played through this campaign as well, haven't you, Ross?
Yeah, like a year ago when it came out.
That last mission, we've got to open up a briefcase and sort that when people are chasing you. I hate things like that.
And it's like at the top of a building and you're crawling about tables and shit.
And you don't have a gun, and I would much rather have a gun, be almost murdered when you're shooting them, rather than crawl around and stealth and hide here for 20 seconds. What's the code there? Stuff I would not do. Fucking hated it. Still didn't do it. After 2 hours, I basically put the game down and thought I'll try it when I'm a bit more sober. Maybe it's the Christmas beers making me that shit. But no, it's what I seriously consider turning difficulty down just to do it.
I mean, I thought you played them all on fucking easy anyway, so...
Yeah. No, I played them on decent difficulty levels. But I really did consider. So I'm up at the in-laws with a few days spare till New Year. So I might give that another go, possibly tonight. But other than that, life's got in the way. It's been a slow month for gaming. So yeah.
Fair enough. So, what Disney-based bollocks are you?
I've avoided all Disney-based bollocks this month. Between power cuts, shit internet, it's kind of hindered the gaming, or at least starting anything really worthwhile. Discovered greatly that most of the games I own still needs a fucking internet connection to prove that you own them. And I've basically been playing stuff that I've played previously, and I've mocked a couple of them up. Peglin, I finished all of the Crucible levels, so that's gone from evergreen to completely done. I'm sure there's another 5 spaces on the Crucible wheels which will be added at various points in the next 12 months. I dabbled in Fuser, if any of you have played that. It's kind of like a digital version of the board game Drop Mix, but without annoying people opposite you in front of a table. Dabbled a bit more in Command & Conquer Red Alert 3, and I'm probably about 3/4 of the way through the Jim Atkinson missions now. The missions?
Missions?
The missions.
What are you talking about? Are you okay?
I think I might be having a stroke.
I
Again,
was having a stroke as well, to be honest, but that's a different story.
I ditched a few games. American Fugitive, we spoke about last month that I was maybe going to try it to see if it scratched the itch of the original Grand Theft Autos, and guess what? It fucking doesn't. So I played it. I tried it for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I just couldn't be fucked with it any longer, so I just ditched that off there.
sounds like a you problem, doesn't it?
It does, but I don't care. It wasn't giving me joy, so off it fucks. The same with the Runaway franchise. It's a point and click adventure series. Borrows heavily from LucasArts graphical style, but none of the fun of LucasArts. So that got fucked off too. I then played FTL. I was just like ballsing around in it, and 5 times I managed to get to the final stand battle section for the game to fucking crash, and then when I reloaded it, there was no continue game. It was like I hadn't been playing it. 5 times that happened, and eventually it just got to be rage uninstalled. But other than that, not a lot really in the whole progress of games.
As long as you're having a shit time, that's all we care about.
Yeah, that's it. It's full on shit with no power, no decent internet, and really no games to talk about.
I just picture you getting the kids on the old exercise bike trying to generate enough power for you to play.
It's the fucking problem when you live in an igloo.
Right, fair enough. Well, for myself, clearly I've made no progress because I never do. I had every intention of playing through the last few levels or last few sections of GTA 5 before the end of the year. But I went round to previous Euroshame Challenge host Darren Wright's house, and he showed me something on Starfield that I hadn't seen yet, and I wasn't very far away from. That really got me back into it. So I've been playing Star Wankers most of the month and really enjoying it. Other than that, I also got back into a game from like 2014 or something, Defense Grid 2, and between those two things and Christmas and drink, I've not really played anything, so I'm boring as always. But you expect it from me now. Anyway, that section over. Tobe, hello.
Hello.
Sorry, mate, we're waffling shit, just as always.
I was just going to say, Jayce, how's life with that quest? Because I was really tempted when I saw a couple of videos about it. It is the quest
Quest
you've got, isn't it, with the pass-through?
Mate, it's fucking unbelievable. It's beautiful, and I cannot wait until 3 days' time, or whatever it is, until I can actually buy some proper games in it, or install the proper games that I've got waiting. But yeah, it's fucking fantastic, mate. I absolutely love every minute that I spend in that thing.
Have they sorted, or you probably won't know that because you haven't downloaded anything, but have they sorted the problem that the Quest 1 had, where that if you download a demo and then buy the game, the demo stays in your fucking app list?
Well, anyway, that's just a meta thing, mate. That's just because meta can't do fucking libraries properly.
No, they can't. They're just a cunt of a library.
But yeah, you can hide stuff anyway. You can hide stuff from the library so you don't see it.
You couldn't do that with the Quest 1, so yeah, they probably have fixed it then.
But yeah, it's brilliant, Gav. Get one, and we'll do some.
So you can hide stuff in your library, i.e. porn?
Probably, if you wanted to. Yeah.
What about hiding games that you bought? No, is that
You could do that. I wouldn't know anything about it. You can hide everything you do from the rest of the
Anything.
world.
Not even, I don't know, Half-Life Alyx?
Come on, Jayce, it's your come to Jesus moment.
It's paid for in Steam, but I haven't played it yet because I haven't managed to collect Steam to it yet.
So it's paid for, so it's bought, isn't it?
I already had it. I already had it bought ages ago.
Cheating bastard, cheating bastard. Cheating bastard.
It's been out for like 15 years. I just never had a VR set to put it on. So, suck me off. I don't care. Call me out all you like, mate, with 3 days to
If
get
there happened to be a screenshot saying that you've just purchased it, that would be fake news or sort of AI construct, would it?
You can call me out all you like.
I
What
think
about
we should,
the Viking game that came with it? Do you install that?
Of course I did, because it was free. Asshole.
You had to buy it to get it, didn't you? It's
No.
not a game they give away free.
Yeah, it is.
So if I go on to Quest, open an account, I can download that game for free.
If you buy the Quest this year before the end of December, yeah.
Yes. So it's free with the hardware that you buy.
Yeah.
It's not
That's not
quite
my
free
fault.
then, is it? It's not like Rocket
Blame
League or
fucking Zuckerberg.
Fortnite or.
Blame me. It's no more money than anything else. Shut up.
Gets to December and he fails. Fuck's sake.
Ah,
So near and so close.
it's not fair. And if it is, I don't get it.
Don't make him have to do it again.
I
Do it
mean,
next year, be fucking piece of piss.
I mean, you can do 6 months one year and 6 months the next, mate.
Right, can we move on? Oh, what was that noise? What do you mean a new challenger appears? Who could this be? Identify yourself.
Hello, I'm George Irwin. I'm 95 years old and from Pevensey.
Sounds like a fucking Tory to me. Kick him out.
Oh, never that. Never that. Never ever that.
Mr. James.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm sorry the rest of my Year of Shame colleagues can't join us, but they are lazy fucking bastards already.
They're
Yeah,
overqualified.
you've just got me this evening to say hello. They are overqualified. I mean, as Years of Shame go, the fact that we've got 3 returners out of 4 is probably a little bit like we're running the well dry a bit, but we'll do our best.
So does this mean a new team of challengers has been assembled?
It does. We have assembled in a much more shabby way than the Avengers. You will be hearing from, I think next week we're dropping episode 0. Myself, Richard Purvis from season 8, Richard Forder from season 7, and a newcomer, Mr. Kevin Horsley, who is a community member who expressed an interest and is already regretting his choices, I think.
That's where I like to see it. New fresh blood.
The amount of questions about free things already have gone through
Time
the
to
roof.
get a quest, mate. Everyone gets this free game.
Yeah. He's in for a tough time. He's probably got one.
So I had to take note that this will be, I think, the first fully bald version of the Year of Shame.
I think it is the first fully bald
Right,
Year of
bunch of
Shame.
slapheads.
Yeah, it's we have got a lot of Sex Machine solar panels. It's Sex Machine solar panels actually, and yeah, we've got a lot of them. Bald and bearded, I believe, is the tagline. We've all lost our hair, and we all spend too much on video games.
Lost your hair. I love that fucking statement. You've lost your. You know where your hair is. It's just not on your fucking head.
Well, no, it's well, yeah, I suppose it's on the bottom of my head, like a weird neck beard. But yeah, no, I've definitely lost it. It was on the top of my head one day, and then it was not there.
Have you even looked for it? You know, it's like when one of the kids loses something and you're like, have you even looked? Is it down the back of the sofa? Have you left it in your bedroom? You sure?
I've definitely not looked. The wife's got a mate whose husband's on his 3rd hair transplant, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I know
all
where
about?
it's gone. Have you looked
Like,
in your
if it-
ears? It's definitely there.
Oh, mate. Oh, the middle-aged ear hair. Jesus Christ. No one warns you, do they? No one warns you. And then all of a sudden you're talking to someone at work and you feel this tickle in your ear and you wonder what it is. And it's just this long strand of hair that's got caught by the aircon.
And then it's bad when you start getting nose, ear, and hair trimmers for your fucking Christmas. Speaking from experience, as of 5 days ago. 5 days ago?
Yeah.
However many days ago. What day is it?
When the wife's just like, take this and don't come back.
The one is when you go to the Turkish barbers and they go, do you want the ear flame and the nose plug thing? And you're like, I don't need that, mate. I'm only 46. And he's like, no, mate, you really do want it. I'll give you it for free. And you're like, oh, okay.
That's just because they're fucking sadists.
Yeah, the scariest moment of your life before the first time that happens and you don't know what's going on. They just come at you with a flaming cotton bud and you're like, what the fuck?
It's when they pull the nose. They do one
but
side.
yeah.
It's like, do them both at the same fucking time, surely. No.
Oh no. They've got to make you suffer
If
for
you're going
it.
to hurt someone like that, you need to make it worthwhile, don't you? Right, Toby, are you going to stay with us the rest of the show? Or are you going to just dip in and then dip back out? What are you going to?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I've got beer. I'll
Cool.
stay.
Well, you got beer. We'll carry on then. We're going to go back. We finished the pile progress section. We're going to do what we've now dubbed the Serena section. So we've got some questions in from Serena Haywood, another previous host, of course. And the first of those is, what games are you looking forward to buying since your freedoms are fast approaching? I like the way she's phrased that. So we're not going to go through all the games, but a couple of games each. What are you going to buy, Si?
Ooh, I've been looking at Steam. I've actually been comparing Steam and Game Pass and shit like that to see what's actually on there, so I don't make stupid purchases that are on things that I can get for free anyway. But I've not really got a lot on Steam. I've seen Gotham Knights is on Game Pass. I probably might download that just to see what all the fuss wasn't about. Midnight Suns I was going to drop on, and then I found out it's coming to Humble Choice next month. So
That's in my pile.
let's not buy that because you can get it for £8 in a month's time with a load of extra games rather than 16 on Steam. And I'll probably drop on something I've had my eye on for a couple of years now. It's Evil Genius 2.
That's not in my pile.
And then a fucking half a
I
dozen or
think it's
so
in anyone's bill.
last games. No, it's very much a.
It'll be in Forder's pile. I guarantee
It's
it'll
a
be
very
in
much
Forder's
a
pile.
you are Dr. Evil type game.
I mean, is that another bald joke?
Well, I would say if the hat fits, but there's a good chance that with no hair to fucking get in the way.
Hats fit very well when you've got no hair.
You can size down and save money as well.
You fucking go for a fortune of.
Basically, wearing kids'
You
hats.
save money on shampoo as well. Spend more money on face soap.
More money on beard wash though. You know, it's false economy.
Yeah,
Enough
beard
of
stuff's
chat.
fucking
You've got 12 months
ridiculous.
of beard chat to come on. Let's spin that.
Yeah, it's not about you, Toby.
Don't ask me to stay and then tell me to shut up.
That's just
My,
standard.
it's my train set, and while it's still my train set, I shall play it however I like. Gav, which versions of Modern Warfare are you going to buy when it ticks round?
None at all, mate. I fancy
Okay,
having a
but-
look
Because you already
at.
got them all.
Yeah. I fancy having a look at. I picked up Deathloop on the one of the Prime Gaming things a couple of months back. So I've got that in the background. So I fancy having a go at that because that looked a bit like. Do you remember the PC Games 13, like a cel shaded shooter sort of thing? Quite interesting.
Yes.
You can remember that.
That and the other one I fancied was probably going to be either Lords of the Fallen or the Phantom Liberty expansion for Cyberpunk, because I really wanted to go back to that. But I'd rather it makes the game a bit better if you play it through with the Phantom Liberty stuff. So I've just held off completing some of that until Phantom Liberty was picked up. But
There's
I might
fuck all
be
wrong with Cyberpunk.
I might be buying that on one of my frequent trips to Buenos Aires.
Ah, yes.
Racking up the air miles again.
Yes.
I've got a chartered flight there booked for the 1st of January, I think.
I might be sitting next to you on that one, Ross.
Can I ask, did any of you have Cyberpunk in your pile
Yes.
this year to get through? And you've not finished it for the purpose of Phantom
Yes.
Liberty?
He's not finished it for the
Okay,
purpose
cool.
of fucking
I will-
Modern
I will-
Warfare.
I will not use my follow-on question then. If you haven't finished it.
Yeah, I didn't have it on my pile because I finished it when it came out like a normal person. But,
Yeah, well, I will send you a message with my follow-on
Ooh.
question. But I don't want to spoil things for other people.
I had the one problem that when it did come out, my Xbox was in the living room, and that is not a game you can play around kids. No, the Xbox is in the office.
No,
it's
it
much
isn't.
better.
Yeah, no, I have preened everything out of that game. I haven't played it with the expansion yet. I'm saving that for next year for the pile. But there's some stuff that if you haven't finished it, I can't discuss.
Ooh. I'll give you an ooh. Ross, what are you going to be dropping on other than everything? Are you going to be doing what I'm doing? Because my main plan is not to really buy anything, but to continue what I've been doing for the last few months and just scrolling up and down Game Pass, but actually pressing yes on things rather than just scrolling past or
Yeah, I
watching
mean,
the trailer and cry wanking myself to sleep.
there is a few on Game Pass I want to sort of dabble in. Like, I think one of the early ones was that Atomic Heart. Fancy trying that, seeing what that's
looks good.
like. I'll probably try Redfall just to say I've played that bucket of shite. One of the big ones, obviously, is Dead Space, which I've still got sat in disc format, which was for my birthday. Still shrink wrapped before you start your pish, Gavin. Obviously, Game Pass, so download that. But actual purchases, I'm going to be all over Alan Wake 2. Definitely.
Oh, that's good. Cool.
Other than that, what we got? Probably Jedi Survivor, or it might drop on Game Pass soon into the new year with EA Play. So that's probably a waste of money.
I'm right that one of you had Jedi Survivor as your
Yeah, that was
Joker
me.
or,
Yeah, I managed to play 10 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I played a bit more than that, but yeah, stuff got in the way.
Oh, sorry, 22 minutes.
Okay.
But no, other than that, I think the biggest bit, Cyberpunk DLC, definitely, and the Vampire Survivors DLC, because that's upsetting my happiness that that's no longer a maxed game on my pile. And there's been quite a fucking lot of DLC come out for that over the last year.
You got an odd number game score on that, boss?
I don't know. Didn't really look. I've got an overall odd number gamer score, which has been bugging my fucking happiness for months, but here's what it is, eh? What about you, Strokes? What you buying? MetaQuest.
Yeah, pretty much whatever's on VR. I should give more money to Zuckerberg, and I shall have lots of fun. That's fine.
Just remember to do it via Dave and give less money to Zuckerberg.
Oh yeah, we'll be doing we've got a bit of a group up, and we're going to be doing a bit of referral. So that's the good thing about the Meta Store is it all works on referrals. So if anyone's going to buy hardware or games, then you can both save money or both get money back in your account through referrals. So if you've got a group of you can obviously just share that love around. And
I think he actually posted something today that if you haven't set up your Quest, and I was thinking of you for this, if you haven't set up your Quest, then you can click on his link and it gives you both a chunk of change in your credit store.
next one in the Serena section, she's asked, "What are you doing for New Year's Eve?" Are you on the international date line up there, Si? Are you do you share the same times?
Yeah, I think we get New Year's Eve like a couple of hours before everyone else.
I thought you got it like 200 years behind everyone else.
No, that's just the fucking internet that's 200 years behind everyone else.
Technology-wise, yes.
Dates, we're just a little bit ahead of you.
So what you're saying? What'd you get up to? What happens in the
Drink.
cold north?
Let's be honest. It doesn't matter if you're far north. It's still part of Scotland. It's drink.
Fair enough.
This is it. You drink before the bells come in. The bells come in. You drink to celebrate the bells coming in. After the bells and after that drink, you go walking around people's houses for drink.
Fair enough. I'm sure there's some other Hogmanay traditions, Ross, that you take part in.
To be honest, not so much since I've had kids because they're arseholes and they don't appreciate a long lie.
They don't hold their drink that well either.
It's like we've done the whole like my son, he's obviously a bit older, so we've done the whole thing where we let him stay up to bring in the new year, and then he goes and he still gets up at fucking 5:30 in the morning, and he's a total and utter arsehole for the next day. So we just don't do it. He goes to bed at 8. We sit like a couple of saps, usually watching a rerun or a recording of the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. Have some cheese, have some drink. Very boring. It's not like I think back to my childhood, and my mum and dad, they always had like a fucking proper house full. Like to the point, obviously nobody gave a fuck about smoking or second-hand smoking back in those days. You'd be sat in the living room with like all your aunties and uncles that you only see once a year, and it's just a wave of fucking cigarette smoke burning your eyeballs. But yeah, all good memories, isn't it?
Yeah, fair enough. Gav, what delights await you on the last night of the year?
I'm up at my in-laws in Southport for the next few days. So it's a bit sort of up and down because we're seeing obviously my dad. So I'll be frequenting a nice local tap room till about 8 o'clock, coming home, making some food, and then seeing the new year in, sat in front of the TV probably. Kids will probably still be running around at that point.
You watching
Just
the
like
old
Ross,
fireworks? The old ridiculous £300,000 worth of fireworks?
It'll probably be the pre-recorded Jules Holland Hogmanay thing, probably.
No,
Right,
I remember watching that years ago. It's fucking wank. I'm probably old enough to
Aye.
enjoy it now, but
You can't go wrong with a bit of Jules on New Year.
What about you, Jayce? What's your plan?
My plan will be spending the whole New Year's Eve with my crappy village internet, downloading all the things that I want to play on the first. So I should mostly be setting things to download and watching the clock.
Sorry, when you say crappy internet,
yes.
How fast is crappy?
I'll be able to answer that question in about 3 hours when I receive your question.
I mean, the one good thing is with the New Year's plans is that most of the sales, the Xbox and the Steam sales and the Epic sale, still go on into the 1st of January. So I'd imagine quite a few of us might have some drunken purchases to regret on the morning of the 1st of January.
Right, Toes, what about you, New Year's Eve? What's it like?
New Year's. Well, this is the first year I'm not going to be an evil parent. Usually, we show our kid a video of last year's fireworks at about 8 p.m. Tell her she stayed awake till midnight, and then pack her off to bed.
And that's all they do on the telly. They just show the same one every year, and everyone forgets.
So we're going to let her stay up this year. As we've got a 7-week-old, we're probably not going to be doing much. Outside of something at home, maybe with a few people around, but nothing crazy. But yeah, mostly just going, this again, for about 4 or 5 hours, and then going to bed.
So presumably, Toby, because of the fact you're not showing in last year's fireworks, you're just going to put the clocks forward 2 or 3 hours instead?
Well, no, I'll let her stay up this time. I mean, I figure as soon as we put Jules Holland on, she'll have the same tantrum as Jayce and go to bed, so it won't be a problem.
It's so shit.
It's
Anyway.
not. It's really not.
Mate,
I've not paid for TV license for many years, so I've never watched it for ages. So.
You need to fucking go and look at Scottish TV on New Year's Eve and then say Jules is shit, because when you fucking have the delights of Ali and his fucking accordion for 2 hours.
See, I think Jackie Bird, she's stepped away from it now, hasn't she? The deafening silence of no one who knows who Jackie Bird is.
No one else knows who she is.
Nope. Mate, you realise the only thing any of us know about Scotland is what we've seen on Still Game. Outside of that, it doesn't fucking exist.
Oh, fucking Still Game, man. You used to get the New Year's special, mind?
Aye, and then you used to get the episode of Chewing the Fat.
No, I think it's Two Doors Down that does a Christmas special, or Mrs. Brown's.
Anyway, moving on. And to complete Serena's section, she's left another question which says, will any of you do it again?
Absolutely fucking not.
I'm always up for doing Eurosame Challenge again. I never write myself off because I don't necessarily do it properly anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference.
I was going to say, you'll maybe finish one.
I mean, you've got 6 months banked, haven't you?
After 4 years, you might have a full 12 episodes.
Yeah, good chat.
I've got to ask Jayce on the topic. What's higher, the amount of games completed or the amount of podcasts?
They're both pretty low.
Obviously, I don't necessarily complete games. I've never been known to complete games, so why would I start now? Also, asshole. So go on then, Gav, you can do it again?
No. No. I've come to the realisation that I really enjoy buying games, and, if I fancy a game, I'll buy it. If I don't fancy it, I won't.
I'll get somebody else to buy
sometimes, and sometimes if I buy it, I will just regret it as well, and I can deal with that.
Fair enough. So are you going to grace everyone with your dulcet tones again?
Oh no, probably not on. You're ashamed doing 2 podcasts at the same time is a bit much.
No plugs. No plugs.
No plugs for other podcasts. Also, we know from this year I didn't really enjoy playing games that much. And I don't really see that changing greatly because it's not like a huge shortlist that I've got to spunk on the 1st of January. So I'm not really sure where I fit into gaming much anymore.
Yeah, neither are we. There's only so many Disney games to go around. Ross, will you be drunk enough to say yes ever again?
Absolutely fucking not.
You'll never be drunk again, or you'll never do it again?
I know which one of those is going to be true.
To be honest, it'll take me fucking 10 years to build up a pile again.
You say that, but I'm back in 5, so.
This is my excuse for not playing games. I don't want to leave myself empty for the next one.
To be fair, the year I did it, I completed like 3, so probably need to do a bit more this time.
I've completed all the games. It's fine.
Completed it, mate.
Right, there we go. That's the Serena section over and done with. Let's move on. We do this section where we call it "What Have We Missed This Month?" and usually there's a few things that we can copy it in. This month, I can categorically say after a whole 17 seconds of internet searching that absolutely fuck all games were released in December of 2023.
Yeah, Spider-Man was November, wasn't it?
Yeah, so there's literally nothing. You can look on any of the sites that tell you the game releases, and they're empty. So we could just do like an 11-month thing and not bother about it.
You have, so.
I mean, was Avatar in December? Or was that November? Can't fucking
By the way,
remember.
it can fuck off.
But because there were no games actually released to buy, we have had the editions on the various services. Game Pass gave us such wonderful things as Steam World Build, which I think we mentioned before. The only one that's got me crying, actually, from the December Game Pass is Goat Simulator 3.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking forward to playing this for
Why?
Because it's fucking Goat Simulator and it's fun, Gav. Games are supposed to be fun. It's not all about shooting people.
I quite fancy to look at that Tin Hearts. It looked quite Lemon-esque. Lemon-esque? Lemmings-esque?
Lemmings?
Yeah, it kind of gave that sort of vibes to it.
Lemmings-esque. Surely the only thing can be Lemmings-esque is Lemmings.
Yeah, it's like lemons with a different skin. Imagine fucking lemons dressed as nutcrackers, and you've pretty much got Tin Hearts.
Is there a nutcracker with a little umbrella falling gracefully to the floor?
Possibly.
World War Z Aftermath looked like it might have been fun for 10 minutes, but everything else on the list is shit. Nobody cares.
What the fuck is Clone Drone in the Danger Zone? I've got to look that one up now.
I mean, like I posted the other day, just buy Stroke the Beaver when you're available to buy games next week.
I did see that, and
Stroke the Beaver and Stroke the Dick Dick.
My kind of game.
I actually went on YouTube to watch a playthrough because I couldn't. I was like, "What is this? What actually is it?"
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you actually typed that into YouTube?
Oh yeah, with my mum.
Oh, fuck, I'm on Pornhub.
You typed. So, let me get sorry. You typed into YouTube, "Don't stroke the dick with my mum."
Not "Don't stroke the dick dick." Stroke the dick dick. But no, I typed in "Stroke the Beaver" because I was looking through the sale and I exclaimed quite loudly, forgetting that my mum was staying with us for Christmas, "The fuck is Stroke the Beaver?" And then she was like, "What?" So then I had to explain by finding a YouTube video of said game. So it's a game, I promise, I'm not being weird. It's a game, I'm going to find it on YouTube, put it on the telly. And I'm not going to spoil it for you. I suggest you all look it up.
This sounds like you've made a game after being caught on Pornhub, mate, to be fair.
I'm not that talented.
It's a follow-up to the I'm stuck in the washing machine. Anyway, I've also put up some December releases for the Blue Team PlayStations. Oh, we've done the old GTA 5 is now gone over to PlayStation Plus rather than Game Pass. That switches across every 6 months, so enjoy your turn, PlayStation people. And there's some other games which nobody really cares about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Should we move on to some questions? We have a new way of doing questions in this show. We've got the actual asker of the questions live on the show. This could be something you can carry into next year.
Maybe
A
we
bit
should
more
get
editing.
people to do sound files and actually ask the questions themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, we tried that one year and it was awful and terrible to edit.
Did Trevor just ramble for a long time?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. We have actual questions from the Facebook from Mr. Toby James.
that's
would you
me.
like to crack on and ask your questions?
So the first one was, which member of the Year of Shame podcast this year has completed the most games?
I think hands down that's going to be Ross. He's probably completed
Yeah.
more than the rest of us put together.
Yeah, multiplied by what, 3, 4?
I think I'm probably a close second.
What, at 10?
No, I completed about 30 for the year.
Is this like when we were doing season 7 and you tried to say you completed FIFA?
Yeah, well, see, you can complete FIFA in that year
No.
because of the fucking story mode. You
You can't complete FIFA. You can't.
It's not.
complete
It
FIFA.
wasn't a normal FIFA.
Can't complete FIFA.
It had a single player mode.
You can't complete FIFA.
You could. You can't now.
You can't complete FIFA.
Oh,
You're not allowed to mention the word FIFA anymore. You have to pay EA lots of money, so can we not?
Oh, sorry, EAFC.
I mean, I'd done a quick count before I recorded tonight, and I finished at 58 completions.
That's pretty
Which
good.
was-
You know? That's more than one a week. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I kind of
I
got
think
to
you're still
sort of
behind
have-
Booty.
Did you ditch a lot of games as well, though?
Oh, there's countless that I've fucking sacked off, binned off.
Aye.
The count is purely games that I've either started from start to finish or I've picked up and finished off.
Yeah, same here. I think I could probably double or even triple my amount of games completed if I include the ditch offs.
But I got to the point where it's like, if I'm not enjoying it, fuck it. I'm never
Yeah.
going to enjoy it. I'm not just playing it for the sake of it. It's money spent fucking years ago. Who gives a shit? It's done.
Okay, so that's question 1. Question 2 was Devil May Cry 3 or DMC reboot?
The answer is no, thank you.
Yeah,
DMC.
so never played either.
Wow.
Same.
Ninja Theory done it better, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Agree. The last question I put is actually a question that seems to pop up every year, but no one's asked it this year. So I thought I would throw it into the mix. Which members of the community that have never done the Year of Shame challenge would you like to see take part?
I want to see new people doing it, which is why I'm fairly intrigued to see Kev get involved next year with you guys, because Kev's not somebody I'm familiar with, so I'm keen to learn more about a new member of the community. But just we've been doing this for so long now. We're doing this for a number of years, and there will be lots and lots of members of the community who have joined within that time, and hopefully some of them have been dragged in and are listening to the Year of Shame Challenge podcast. And I'd really encourage anyone to at least give it a go. And if you fail and you drop out, it's good content. It doesn't matter. Just give it a go.
It's not really as hard as some years have made it out to be either.
No, but it's not as much fun if you let everyone know it's easy.
Yeah, but that's the element of full sense of security. Tell them it's easy, get them in the fucking gate, and then that's it. They're in. They're locked in for the year. Job done.
And then they can go around finding as many excuses as possible.
Get them in the gate. What are you thinking about? We're talking about a podcast. Puts the lotion on its skin.
That's it. Job done.
Yes. No. Anyone else? Any?
I mean, I would volunteer Mark Monty Monaghan for it. I think he needs the intervention, and it's going to be entertaining as fuck to see him to try to complete it.
I think he did skirt
just
around
because the amount of
didn't he?
shit Ross would give him as well.
You know what? I'd love to see Matt Jones do it, but with the caveat that each month he has to play one horror game.
Yeah. I think he was my answer Watley was my answer when this was asked in season 7. But
I'm not sure that anyone will be able to understand what Monty's saying on a podcast format.
See, I'd quite like to see Watley do it. I know he won't, purely because of his job. It can't happen realistically.
Yeah.
But he's got a good voice for radio.
Watley's the reason I ended up in Midlife Gamer. I've known him for a lot longer than I've been part of the community. And I've always said I think he would be quite good on it. I said that even before he got the job that he has now, when it was more of a hobby than it was a profession. And yeah, I think I'd like to get him and Jones and Bonner all doing this together.
I would see your Bonner, and I would raise you the female Bonner.
Get both the Bonners.
Get both of them on.
Both the Bonners. Oh, yes,
I mean, let's
that'd be-
face it. If one's doing it, the other one will force the other. So
Yeah, that would make for some interesting conversation.
I also would love to see Mr. Southall in the mix.
I think he's got plans for next year.
Ooh,
Yeah,
next
I
year's the
did.
easy one.
I very much tried to harry him in for this year, but he was having none of it.
I think you find Star Wars Outlaws and a few others have caught his attention for next year. That, and did anyone else see the Sega reveal as well? The games they've got coming out. I know Ross is going to have a bit of a moment here. We might have let him out. How we met Sally moment.
You put a Sega logo on it, I'm fucking there. I mean, nah. Although I do have reservations. Like I watched the fucking 5 seconds that they showed of the likes of the new Streets of Rage and Golden. I'm really not. I'm not all about that fucking 3D movement type shit. I like the.
Axel to be Axel.
It's just I like it. Streets of Rage 4 was just perfect.
Yeah.
It was like proper homage to what we knew. Nice enough adjustments, improvements. One of my favourite games for the year, to be honest. I think my thumbs are just about recovered for fucking the brutality they endured getting that fucking max gamer score on it.
Well, I think that's everyone answered. So, yeah, good questions. Thanks, Toby. It's good to have you asking them live-ish.
You should make a habit of
Next
that.
section is always about what's coming out and what's going to excite us. And at various points, this has been making us cry. But this time, at the time when we're looking forward to being able to buy the stuff that comes out, it's actually looking a bit weak. But this month, it looks like we're being done out of it because there's not a great deal coming out. There's Prince of Persia game coming out, another remaster of The Last of Us Part 2, or remastered version of a remaster probably. Tekken 8, another Like a Dragon game. God, there's some actual drivel coming out in January. And it's epitomised by the Game Pass releases for next month. You're going to love this. We've got Go Mecha Ball, no idea.
I want
But also the greatest game ever, obviously, and I'm definitely going to get it. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank.
That's the sequel to Turnip Boy Does Tax Evasion, isn't it?
that.
Yeah, I played that this year. I quite enjoyed it. Don't gotta lie. It was happy. It was a happy game.
It sounds like drivel, but I shall be playing it.
I mean, it's Game Pass. It's Gamerscore fodder at the best, but you know.
I mean, I think to be fair, Xbox tend to announce the Game Pass editions early in the month, so I think they're going to announce more games. So there might be.
I mean, there's not a lot of months left, to be fair, mate.
Yeah, it's usually the last Thursday of the month that you get the wave of, or at least the first wave for the following. So maybe we're just getting absolute drivel.
Is this because they're the same as us and don't know what day it is? It could have been Thursday. Like, it's Thursday, should we release it? It'll come out on Sunday or something.
No, they're too busy sacking half of Activision.
Right, that section over. Let's we go back to another set of questions, and we got Monty, as we spoke about before, Mark Monaghan, and he's going to ask a few questions. And he says, looking back over the year, what's the biggest release you've missed out on playing that you would have jumped on otherwise? I'm sure we've had this question every single month, but what's your answer for this month, Ross?
This month, I mean, I'm just looking at what I'm buying, and I think it's got to be Alan Wake at the moment. Yeah. There's the talk of some Game of the Year winner that I don't know, I'll probably buy because hype and feeling left out, and I'll probably regret it, but that'll be, what's it called?
Baldur's Gate, is that it? That's going to be my one. That's the one.
Is it Baldur's? Is it Baldur's?
Baldur's Gate.
Bollocks Gate, isn't it?
But yeah, I mean, you can pick that up for like 13 quid or something if you hop on one of those nice flights to foreign countries.
When I hop on one of those
so-
flights and then gift it to me, I'll be perfectly happy with that.
But for the sake of like 13, 14 quid, it'd be rude not to. And I've just kind of highlighted why Year of Shame exists in the first place, haven't I?
Yes.
But yeah, it deserves a chance, I guess. It doesn't. You can't win that many awards and be utterly shit. So yeah, probably. Probs. What about Gav?
I might dip my hand into Starfield, I think.
Yes, get it done. What are you saying then, Si, since you don't like games? What have
Yeah,
you released?
I think it's more the hype thing is it's probably Baldur's Gate or Starfield. Starfield's going to be a free one on the 1st of January. It's going to be a case of just hitting that download button on Game Pass.
I don't know if there's enough time to play both of those games if you don't get a massive amount of gaming time.
That's my
Both of
concern.
them
It's like
massive time sinks.
yeah, when I did Witcher 3, that was the month. I didn't play anything else other than that. And I think I probably would have to do that with those games, is literally just rule out everything else. I mean, I am still ruling out Football Manager because of that very reason, because I know that will just fuck my life over.
Oh, it's really
What the
good
boss?
this year as well.
I didn't start on. In spreadsheet simulator.
Anyway, next question from Mark Monaghan says, any regrets? And I've got that on a tattoo, obviously. No
Across your neck,
regrets
chest,
On
neck.
No regrets.
on your jokers and gifts. Should we quickly go through jokers? Ross, what did you get joker-wise?
My Joker was Diablo.
And was
yeah,
there any
wasn't it?
regrets?
Yeah, many regrets. Many.
Please refer to episodes 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was very much a fall for the hype. I do hear it has gotten better with the latest season, but it's just not got the fucking draw of Diablo 3 for me, to be perfectly honest. Diablo 3 I sunk fucking hours upon hours into, and Diablo 4, lucky if I hit 50, and I've honestly got no intention of going back. Nah.
Oof.
Nah.
So you didn't have a joker in the end, Si. You were going to get House Flipper or something.
Yeah, I was going to get House Flipper from my daughter, and then she changed her mind, didn't really want it because of the losing the DLC that she's already got in House Flipper 1. And then I kind of went on a whole hate gaming spiel and didn't really want to buy any games, and kind of just didn't use it. Didn't use a Joker, didn't use a gift.
You could have
Proper-
donated it. I'd have used it quite easily.
I could have done, but it's like old school and hardcore. That's no Jokers, no gifts.
No games played.
No games played, eh?
Yeah, what was yours? Was it the Star Wars job?
My Joker was Jedi Survivor, and the gift was Modern Warfare 3.
Nice.
No
regrets
on
on
those, they're both great
no regrets
games.
on that one? Obviously, because you love it.
So much so that he's finished Star Wars twice.
I'd love more time on it, mate, but it's just...
You're too busy playing fucking silly multiplayer matches in Modern Warfare 5, 6, 7, and 4.
Jokers wise, I had Starfield, obviously, and I have no regrets there. It is a great Bethesda game. It is not quite Skyrim in space as it was talked about, but I can see why people say it. It's got lots in there, and little Easter eggy bits that I like in Starfield. And if you do start playing it, look out for these. There's little things like when you're in the lodge, there's the head of the Curiosity rover on one of the shelves, and loads of little spacey little Easter eggs around that you can find. That's quite fun.
There's some awesome stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And gifts wise, obviously, I had my Quest 3 as my gift from my lovely wife,
Biggest
including the
gift
game
ever.
Asgard's Wrath 2, which came free with it. So shut up, Gavin. But yeah, no regrets for me. Right, next question Monty has put. What's the first thing you'll be buying and playing as soon as your shackles are off on January the 1st? My very first thing for me to be playing will be Cocoon, because I've keep looking at it in the store and on the Game Pass, and I'm going to play that first because it'll be literally at the stroke of midnight. I should be playing that game. What about yourself, Ross?
Yeah,
You've answered this already.
Yeah, I think we covered that with Alan Wake.
Alan
AW2.
Wake.
Don't you take that back. You filthy
Gav, what's
whore.
first on the list when you get back?
I mean, I'm just going alphabetical, you know. Alan Wake, that's at the top.
Yeah, what's first on the list?
I mean, it's not like all of us have spent the last couple of days adding stuff to our wish list, ready to click the button on January 1st at 1 minute past midnight, is it? But I think I'm going to join Jayce on the Half-Life Alex bus, and haven't got a quest yet, but I can see that in my future.
I've got a referral code coming your way.
It's only selling like 16 quid, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there's a Quest 3 in my life very soon.
I'm glad I've sold it to you. Yeah, we'll talk.
It was the
referral
porn
code.
that did it.
Yeah, obviously.
Toby, is there anything you're going nuts to buy before the year starts?
Ross, was it the porn that sold it, or was it the pass-throughs you can see people coming with the porn?
A bit of both, mate. One eye on the door, one eye on the. No, I'm not going to say that. One eye on the eye.
I am trying to justify to myself buying Baldur's Gate 3.
Buy it.
Mate,
Well,
that means you'll play nothing the whole year, though.
exactly. There's that. There's also 7-week-old baby needs nappies. So yeah, I'm staring at it in CD keys at the moment. It's 49 quid on Xbox.
Whoa. If you're buying it on Xbox, there is a post on MLG that tells you how to acquire that very, very cheaply.
If it involves a lot of fun,
13, 14 quid, I think.
I mean, there's not a lot of faff. Considering what you can actually save, it's literally buy the key and then launch a VPN while you redeem. It takes you're talking 5 minutes tops. Yeah, well worth it.
I'll have a look.
And you can get a free trial on most VPNs as well, so might be worth doing that.
So I think the cheapest is Egypt.
Yeah, but you can't get many VPNs in Egypt, though.
There are free trials available. Or if you don't want to fanny about the VPN, you've got Tor.
Yeah, I mean, like Jayce says, the issue I've got with it, as much as cost, is if I buy it, that's pretty much most of the year gone. I'm already playing Starfield. And there's a lot to get off the pile. I still have in my pile of shame Fallout 4 and Fallout 3.
Oh,
wow.
Dear me.
So there is a lot that I could get my teeth into without needing to buy a new game. And Baldur's Gate will have all of its DLC and all of its shiny things when I finish the challenge this time next year.
Man, it'll always be there. It's 13 quid.
It'll always be there. And then it'll be 15 quid without having to jump through any hoops.
True story. Okay, and the final comment from Mark Monaghan is, why have my buying habits not changed? Oh yeah, hang on, I wasn't taking part. So no,
What
you
a
weren't taking
cunt.
part, Monty, but that looks like you want to.
Is he calling out for an intervention?
I think
Well,
he
it
does
is,
protest far too much.
Monty for 2025. Get on the campaign trail now. I'm going door to door.
Monty and Southall, done.
And Gav.
Southall on the Bonners.
And the Bonners. I don't think we'll ever get the Bonners. Like, have you seen their gaming setup as a family? It's not going to happen.
Yes, it's awesome.
I'm just you're counting down the years to it's like Bonner Jr. is entering the fold. It's like fucking hell.
To be fair, he was fucking useful on Gears when he came on a couple of months back.
Useful.
He wiped the floor with us.
Yeah, but he's probably been playing Gears since he could hold a controller.
Just forget it was brutal.
Every Friday night with Gears and beers, he just didn't have a headset on, so he didn't know what was happening. But he was playing while Phil was drinking.
And to be fair, a few times he's joined us and he just fucking wipes the floor with a lot of us. And it's like it's that point where it's like, right, you're aware that there is a youngling in the fold, and it's like, don't swear.
You can tell because Ross switches from fuck's sake Phil to fuck's sake Bonner.
And my kid is currently obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. So we just play that over and over again at the moment, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I've got one of them as well. It's great. It's great having someone to actually play the games like locally with you.
Yeah, we did Little Big Planet 2 together, and then she was like, "I want to play something else."
Have you picked up the Cowabunga collection? Because that's quite cheap at the minute.
I have not.
You should do that before you're ashamed, because there's a ton of different games on that. Some of them are multiplayer as well.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much gaming time in, then it takes away from mine. Some is fine. She can't have it all the time. It's mine.
Jack's actually got the Cowabunga collection on the Switch, but
Moving forward, then the next section we always do is looking forward what's coming out, and this time we're going to look at what is going to come out or what is scheduled to come out during the next year. Obviously, with Toby sitting here with us and us not being part of next year, we can look forward and we can see that, contrary to what we had, obviously starting our year, we knew that it was going to be a horrible one because there were big hitters coming out throughout the year. I've said to many people that it's been potentially one of the hardest years, with us being at the point we are in the console cycle and stuff, and big games that have been held over from the COVID problems we've had. It's been a tough one, and some big ones have come out. And looking forward to next year, it's probably going to be looks a little bit easier. And I'm that's not to detract from what you guys are going to do. It is a little bit. But, of the big long list, over the big long list of 2 pages that I've got here, I'm going to pick out a few that stand out for me that may be a little bit difficult for people. Ark 2 is coming out, and I know that a lot of people like Ark, which is the dinosaur open world game. A lot of people like that. It's quite a popular game still, and I think that might pick back up with the sequel coming out. Avowed has been talked about quite a lot over the last year or so.
That's pretty good.
Is going to look like it's pretty good. Hades 2 is meant to be coming out in early access on the PC. I don't think the full release is going to come out till 25. I think they've confirmed. So you might get away from that one, because Hades 2 is going to be a wonderful, wonderful game. And if it's as good as the first one, I'm all over it. Helldivers 2 on the PC and PS5 coming out. I won't see that, so I don't really care, but that's meant to be pretty good. One for Ross, Little Nightmares 3 is going to come out.
yeah, boy.
I know
Need
you'll
to
be all over
finish
that.
Little Nightmares too, but
I'm going to
yeah.
jump on the first 2 so I can be excited for this one as you are.
You know, I actually played it.
No,
Little
I think
Nightmares.
they're up my street. But
Oh
still
yeah,
on the pile.
100%.
I was just going to say, Jayce, you've missed John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. That looks a bit fun.
Is it
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Is that a
Hey.
carpentry game?
It's John the Carpenter.
No.
John the Carpenter is toxic and he goes commando.
Is this about wood turning?
Maybe
Sadly
I'll be
not.
into that. Can we have a lathe game and a CNC
Jo-
game?
Joinery simulator.
Mm.
It
What else
looks
is
pretty
highlighted?
garbage, let's be
Zero.
honest.
What is it?
And
Ross,
my
you want to read out
and
some
my
more highlighted ones?
highlighted ones. Oh, what we got? Rise the fucking twat.
Rise of the fucking twat. That sounds good.
I will take it, sir.
Is it Rise of the Purple Burglar Alarm?
Rise of the Purple Burglar Alarm. I
Oh,
fucking
oh,
couldn't
oh.
even say it. Fucking hell. How much wood could we chuck? Fucking, it's the old red lorry.
Rise
Right.
of the
Leave- Also, we have Rise of the Ronin on the PS5. That looks quite fucking nice, if I do say so myself. I've not got a PS5 though, so meh. What else we got? Stalker 2. I think that's been a kind of long time coming, innit? A few delays because I think the developer is based out of the Ukraine. Hellblade 2.
Yeah,
Senua.
fucking Hellblade 2. I'm all over that. If the sound design is anything like the first one,
That was trippy as shit.
yeah,
I think I talked about that this year because I eventually played it, and that was one of the games I had to play it in kind of short bursts because it was proper fucking with my noggin.
Oh, it totally fucks you up. The way, but the sound design on that is just so beautiful because it can fuck you up. It's all spatially recorded, and if you're playing it, you don't know if you've got someone in the room with you, you don't know if it's them talking to you or it's the game, and you're constantly fucking checking.
Yeah, nah, fucking South Park Snow Day. Who needs a
Mate,
slap?
it's meant to be incredible. People who like them South Park games, it's meant to be this, isn't it?
It's a
I've
lot
completed
different for
first
the.
two, and I looked at that and thought, no thanks.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same because I'd done the what were they called? South Park. There was the fractured
Fractured
butthole,
And the stick of truth.
and yeah, they were fucking great.
Mate, I've got a Randy Marsh tattoo. Like, I'm in, but not for that.
Yeah, that. Obviously, it's a different developer and shit.
Yeah.
Totally different style of game. I don't know, like it's no tickling my banjo.
No.
Shall we say? What else we got? Star Wars Outlaws.
Yes,
That does look
please.
good.
Star Wars Hunters on mobile and Switch. What? What?
That's for the people that can't run
Afford
Outlaws.
games.
Yeah, pretty much.
Go on, Gav. You take the last two.
Thank goodness you're here on the PS5, PC, and Switch. No idea about that.
Oh, that was the one that had the really weird as fuck trailer. And it's like set up in like a northern town. If you haven't seen the trailer,
like
go and
Monty
watch
Python,
it.
innit?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was like it was proper fucking batshit crazy, wasn't it?
yeah. It was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm definitely on for that just because of that whole what the fuck element of it.
The last one on the list, which sounds like something from Ross Grieve's Pornhub search, World of Goo 2.
You take that back. World of Goo is a brilliant game.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
And a brilliant porn search.
Searching now. I'll be back in a minute. Oh dear.
Please don't.
Oh dear.
Please don't. You won't ever come back.
You mean with your internet connection, you'll be back next week?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's the longest wank, just one stroke an hour.
But you can manage more than one.
No. But I have the broadband to try and go further if I could.
Oh, good. And that completes the list then. World of Goo is one that really excites me. I'm looking forward to that because that's been a long time coming. Let's go for a final group of questions. We've got a couple from Brian Riley. And Brian sent in loads of questions over the year, so let's
Thanks,
finish these ones off for him. Any advice for those lucky enough to be doing this next year? Well, we do happen to have one of next year's contenders in the room, and my advice would be
Don't do it.
make your rules, stick to them if you want, and have fun doing it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man.
You know, we know that life gets in the way. We know that the best laid plans don't really survive first contact. But if you're having a laugh with the guys you're with, and I'm sure you will because they're a great bunch of guys, and you're building those relationships, you're putting out regular-ish content like we have, and you bring your own twist to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. Any advice from anybody else?
I mean, I'm just looking forward to being able to ask the questions next year.
I
I've got
think
some
I would-
stuff built up.
I think I would say if you're not enjoying a game, fuck it off. Don't mess around with trying to. Yeah, don't mess around trying to like a game that you're just not enjoying. Just bin it off, move to the next one. And also, don't try and focus on the AAA games. Throw a couple of like little games in there just to cleanse the palate occasionally as well.
Yes.
I mean, you
Go
say
on.
cleanse the palate, but a lot of the games that I've kind of enjoyed a lot more this year have been the sort of
yeah.
Palate cleansers.
yeah, effectively. I mean, obviously, I've done a lot of big uns. I mean, would you class what would you class fucking Inside and Limbo, which honestly I would 100% not have played hadn't I been doing this. I wouldn't say they're fucking AAA. They're Meh.
No, not at all. They're the epitome of indie games, aren't they? They
Yeah,
came out from
and
small little teams, but they made their mark by doing something which was different at the time. I'm so glad you have played through them, and I'm sure you'll agree with me that those are the kind of games where you wish you could just wipe your memory with a bit of a neuralizer and play them and enjoy those experiences again.
Like Thomas
very
was
much.
alone. Thomas was
Exactly
alone was
that,
one of
yeah.
those for me.
Thomas was
I've-
alone. Braid.
I've not played that yet. That is there.
The narrative of Thomas was alone is just mind blowing for what you're actually doing.
Yeah.
And it really does change your perspective on what makes a good game. It was the first game like that I'd really played, and it completely changed my focus on the way that I game. Back when we still had a reviewing team, Sai used to give me some very dodgy code sometimes to review, but one of the games that he gave me that really stuck with me was Uncanny Valley, which again is something very independent, very different, but that is so engaging that I still go back to it now.
You're welcome.
I mean, for me, my advice would be that twofold. Firstly, you've got 3.5 days to get your game purchases in. To tide you over for the year. Because I'm sure we've all bought stuff on New Year's Eve after having a few too many beers, haven't we? And the second would be...
Don't spend your year playing Modern Warfare?
No, not quite. When Craig's done with his recording, download that shit.
Is that to us as well?
Do not wait.
To one and all.
Do not wait. Do not wait. The other thing I will throw in there is a mistake that's been made various years is to spunk on Joker a bit too early by the big first shiny that comes out. If you're not 100% sold, just maybe back it off a bit and don't have the Spinky and Ross Grieve regrets that go on there.
Mate, Season 7, Steve Adicott played his Joker in January.
Oof.
On
Didn't
Ace
Spinkles
Combat.
do it as well?
Ace Combat. Yeah.
Ace
Spinkles
Combat
did it as
7.
well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So basically, you're saying don't Diablo it.
What was fucking Spinks? It was
Black Desert Online.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see he was thinking. It was pretty much like yours, Ross. With like Diablo, that'll keep me going for a year. And he kind of just saw Black Desert Online and thought that'll fucking do me for the year. And it did it for what, a week?
I mean, by all accounts, it should have, but it was a bucket of shite. So. Is this the point where we talk about the golden rule that we're bringing in that they're absolutely going to ignore?
If they ignore, they fail.
You can try and change our rule set. It's already been published. But feel free.
The golden rule will be something that we assign to you, and whether depending on how much of a prick you are next year, you will assign to year 13, and it can be different.
Well, let's hear what you got, and I will tell you to fuck off accordingly. But no, please do.
I mean, my golden rule that I would pass on would be no one's allowed to pick their own Joker. You have to pick what someone else picks for you.
What a sack of shit rule that is.
And it can be absolutely anything. So, Toby, you enjoy foam stars.
Never foam alone.
I was thinking more along the lines of your golden rule being that everyone adheres to is you cannot use your Joker until you've completed 10 games.
It's not a bad one.
That's a fucking piece of fish. I'll not if you're Gavin because he's not. He's not completed 10 games.
I've actually it's 11.
I think when I did season 7, I probably only just scraped that. So I'm hoping to do a little bit more this year.
Yeah, and also probably with the advice that Jayce gave you there, that golden rule will probably rein you in from rush purchasing your Joker too early.
Yeah, I think the only thing that is really staring at my Joker is the Star Wars game. The Wolf Among Us will more than likely be a gift from the wife because we play those together. We always have done. So that's probably me covered out. So just making sure I complete 10 games before, I think Star Wars isn't out till like end of the summer,
No, it's Mayish, I think, isn't it? I thought I saw.
beginning of the summer. I think
It's out in the 2 days of Scottish summer. Okay.
I was like, what is this thing he talks of summer?
oh mate, no, Scotland in the summer is the best because of the long days.
Yeah, we
Both of
all
them.
do enjoy July 26th.
Yeah. I had my stag in Edinburgh, and broke a wall in the pubic triangle. Broke a wall. Broke my hand on a wall in the pubic triangle. It was a good time.
I like the first time better.
We hired a recording studio in Leith, and I just didn't sleep for 3 days. Got absolutely hammered and tried to record 2 tracks. It was absolutely nuts.
Did you start off with the intention of recording the whole album? Please tell me you did.
No. We managed our expectations to just 2 songs, and I got everyone on the stag do was pretty much was in a band or was an instrument player of some description. So the poor studio engineer was like, "We had Travis in here last week. They were so organised." I was literally putting my balls on someone's sleeping forehead at the time. It was quite good.
What a fucking turn.
Yeah. Good times. I met Lorraine Kelly in a hotel while I was dressed as Spider-Man.
Did you break her pubic triangle?
Sure did.
Anyway,
Fucking hell.
the only golden rule thing I can add into that mix is don't be forced into some dodgy rules that you're not happy with. Make it your thing, make it your challenge in your way, and you will enjoy it more. I've been peer pressured before into things. Very rarely.
In the year of shame.
Well, yeah, initially. But yeah, just
We
make
don't-
it your own thing, and you'll enjoy it more.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about what happened at Bandcamp.
Yes, we do. Right, we got a final question, and who could it be? But again, Mr. Toby James. Do you want to read out
filthy
your
fat
final
bastard.
question?
Yeah, okay. So, I've completely lowered the tone with my final question.
Because it can get any fucking lower.
Yeah, I think so. Who do you have sex with the most in Mass Effect or The Witcher or other sexy games, and why?
Anything that will fucking take me. Pretty much like my life.
I mean, that's what
Um,
those games are for, so...
I'm playing, obviously, Starfield at the minute, and I'm trying to sex up the woman who's effectively your boss.
Oh,
I
her
think if
voice
you can
annoys
get that
me.
power dynamic going, get yourself on that. Always try and shag the person who's highest rank.
I had a crack on
Yeah.
the other one, and the mission wouldn't trigger to finish it, which was quite annoying.
My mission usually triggers too early, so
I take big issues with that whole Starfield romance quest line. It's like I don't know if you go back to the start where you pick your perks and that. I took the fucking mummy's boy or whatever the fuck it was. So my parents are very much still alive, and through that quest line, which hopefully you've done, you have to go chase down that wife's mum, I think, and get her to attend the wedding. No fucking nothing to do with your parents. No, they're not
What?
there. You
What?
not done that.
what
Like-
game are you playing?
I didn't pick that perk, pal. I was much more religious based with my perks.
See, I'd read beforehand that your mummy and daddy buy you a ship, so I was like, I'm all there. I want the free ship. But nah, my mum and dad didn't get invited to my wedding, which was utter bullshit.
Sounds like you're a terrible son.
Yeah, exactly. But now I had to go traipsing across half the fucking galaxy to chase down her mum. What the fuck? It sounds pretty much like my life, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But did you get a free ship out of it?
Oh, I got the free ship, but my mummy and daddy weren't at my wedding, man.
Hashtag in-laws. So I'm intrigued that none of you have picked sexy people from Mass Effect or The Witcher yet.
Gav, who have you got to shag in Star Wars?
He's
Or Modern
None for
Warfare?
the amount I've played through, mate.
fucking Chewbacca.
I mean, to be honest, I spent most of the year playing fucking Disney Dreamlight, so can we just move on?
Size balls deep into fucking Mickey.
I mean, he is the best companion to take gardening.
Oh boy!
See, to bring it back, bring it back. In Mass Effect, I totally went for the romance option of the hot bird who was modelled after an actual model.
Miranda.
Blue one.
Miranda.
Yeah, Miranda, that was the one. I'm not fucking pumping no aliens. That's nah. Try
Oh
to keep
no,
it
you don't
grounded.
have to. Just go for Jack, dirty rock chick covered in tattoos. Done.
I'm pretty
She
sure I
looks
must
like
have smashed Garrus at some point in Mass Effect. I'm sure.
I mean, Jack looks like she'd be into a bit of pegging, and that's not for me.
Why not?
In The
Sounds
Witcher,
racist, man.
I've done in The Witcher, I've done 2 playthroughs. My main playthrough, I went with Triss, which I was kind of fucked off a bit. So I'd done a full other playthrough to get Yennefer because it's meant to be Yennefer, isn't it?
Because
Yeah,
she talks to you in a very different way.
Yeah, it's the whole. Oh, what's
Talking
her
down to
fucking
you.
name? No, what's the name of the act? You'll know this, Toby. The name of the actress with a really plummy accent.
Plummy
narrows it
accent.
down to half of
But
the actresses in the
For
world.
me,
She was in
just
Hustle.
For me, it's more like Nigella with
Oh,
with Yennefer. She's like Nigella.
Let me just. Jamie Lee Murray seems to be a name that seems.
I don't know who that is.
I might be completely wrong. Yeah, Jamie Murray. She was in Hustle on the BBC, and then she appeared on.
Sorry,
Defiance.
nobody knows who this person is. You can keep
How
describing
can
them
you?
all you
Yeah,
like.
I mean, how have you not seen fucking Defiance, Dexter, and Hustle?
Yeah, I've seen Dexter.
Dexter.
Oh, hey, she was a murdering
Yeah,
psychopath. wasn't
yes, that's the one.
Not my bag, to be
I mean,
honest.
most
but,
women in
yeah.
Dexter were murdering psychopaths, so it's not. Apart from his wife, like,
She has
they
got
were-
very. If you have a look, Toby, she has got very Nigella vibes going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. I get where you're coming through with that. I will say. Was she series 1? Was that the
Series 2.
psychopath anyway? Yeah. Well, we love a psychopath.
Brilliant. Well, we appreciate you bringing some questions to the party, and we'll look forward to sending some back your way over the next 12 months. That'd be
Yeah.
Good.
Who from next year has a name that we can make some puns out of? Because
Every single one.
Richard Purvis is right up there.
No work necessary.
I think Kev is the safest.
Well, you say
We'll
that.
see.
Oh, mind you,
I mean,
he's got
you need-
whore in his name, so
Jesus Christ.
Let's start you off already
Yes.
then. Toby, let's give you your first question. Who do you think, out of the 4 of you, is going to fuck up first?
Richard Purvis.
And why?
He's calling
Yeah,
you out, Rich. I know you'll be listening.
Yeah, what have you got to say, Rich?
Nothing.
He's
'cause
not
he
here,
said he said he couldn't make it like 10 minutes after he was supposed to be here. So
Yeah, it doesn't give a.
Follow-on
surprise,
question,
does it?
Toby. Why?
why? Because he's an impulsive little devil. I'll be honest. I didn't listen to his year, so I have no idea.
Shots
I
fired.
enjoyed that year.
I have no idea what he did, but I know that he can, from experience, he can run headlong into things. So I'm intrigued to see how that will play out. I think out of the 4 of us, I think Kev will be too terrified of the unmitigated waves of shit I've promised him if he breaks the rules. And Forder's pretty zen with it. on our year season 7, he was pretty good. I'm obviously not going to say myself because that would be fucking stupid. So yeah, that leaves me with Forder, Purvis even. Too many Richards in this podcast.
So it will be a dick that falls off first. That's what we like to hear.
It's a dick fest already, so one's got to fall off.
Anyway, on that leprosy, based answer, I think we have reached the end, both of this podcast and of our edition of the Euroshame Challenge podcast. Before we go, I'm going to say some thank yous. Thank you, first of all, to behind the scenes guys. We've got Stu Whitehouse, who does all the hard work. He does all the uploading and the publishing and handling all the back end stuff. So Stu is a godsend, and I'm sure he's in place to help out the next year as well. So big love to Stu always. Big love to Dave Southall as well. He's always supporting us, giving us some help when we need it, without any thanks. So Dave, always appreciated. Thanks to you guys, obviously. Fantastic set of co-hosts. I've really enjoyed this year, and as much as I haven't always been here, I know that you guys have filled in when I'm not, and you've done a really good job. So yeah, Ross, Gav, Si, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, obviously, to everybody who's listened, all 6 of you, through the year. Thanks for all the questions that you've sent in. It's allowed us to make these podcasts more than 4 minutes long. We do appreciate the questions, and please keep those questions and support coming on for the next guys as well. I'm certainly going to do what I haven't done before and listen to a year that I'm not on. So I'll be listening to next year because I'm really interested to see how you guys do. And I will be thinking up some questions to help you out. But yeah, thanks to everyone who's been involved, and yeah, let's see how the next bunch of lunatics get on with it. Any last words from yourself, Gav?
I say, mate, thanks to all the people that make this happen, and it's been good sharing the year with you, and we'll pass it on to the next bunch of cunts.
Ross, what are you saying?
Yeah, just fucking echoing what you've already said. Thanks, guys, for a cracking year. It's been a blast, ultimately. Just one additional thank you was to Mr. Ben Ford for putting together our music track that Jayce conveniently lost last month.
No, I wanted to take it back to the old school.
To be fair, Ben threw together our opening and closing tracks at very short notice when I asked him way back when we were approaching our first recording, and he done a fucking cracking job.
I mean, he literally typed podcast intro and outro into an AI fucking generator. Don't big him up too much. Come on.
Aye, come on. But they much appreciated. But I've had a grand old time, and I think we've got more than 6 listeners. I think it was almost pushing double digits. But cheers. It's honestly it's been a good crack. Glad I did it. Won't do it again. But yeah.
We'll see. Si, any last words from you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that you guys said has pretty much covered everything else. I think the only thing that we have missed out on is to give the one bit of advice to Toby that we forgot out earlier, and that is when you've finished recording. When you finish recording, remember to download the recording from Craigie.
I mean, that advice was definitely given.
Oh,
at least
100%. It is important to
because it's important advice.
It is very important advice. You won't have any outstanding episodes that the world never hears.
Yeah, and to be fair, the episode that we lost, that was the best episode ever.
It was
just have to take our word for it.
I mean, to be fair, it's it is a running pattern. It was the best episode of Naked Attraction that never got aired as well.
If it makes you feel any better, season 7's final episode never aired because that got lost.
Oh, the final
episode. That's a bit fallen off, isn't it? Oh. We would never be so unprofessional.
No.
Unless
Sure,
Gav
we'll
fucks this
see.
edit.
Never
just
say
feel
never,
sorry.
mate. Never
I
say
just
never.
feel sorry for the poor bastard that's editing this with all 3 pieces.
Yeah, because Craigie's been on the fucking cheese and drink.
It's no fucking guy. You don't you dare talk about Craigie.
Oh
Craigie
yeah, I
has
forgot
been
to.
our saviour.
I forgot to give a
Thanks,
shout out.
Craigie.
Thank you to Craig. Craig,
Hi.
the Discord podcast recording robot. He's done a good job apart from this episode, but we won't hold that against him. It's the season to be jolly.
Definitely fucking. Do you remember our first episode? It's like everybody's in Audacity. Nah. Then I found Craigie. Wee Craigie. I'd suck him off. No, I wouldn't quite suck him off because that's a big game.
He's a little teddy bear, mate. Come on.
Okay,
course.
on that bombshell, I think we're probably done. Right, before we go then, yeah, obviously all the big thank yous and everything. I won't repeat those, but they are heartfelt. Remember that the Euroshame Challenge, whilst we're dropping off, the Euroshame Challenge podcast continues. Please share it with your friends. Share it with people that you work with. The worst they can do
Don't
is
do
not
that.
listen and tell you to fuck off.
Don't share it with people you work with.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
share it.
no,
Absolutely
there's a lot of
not.
bad words.
Mate, I'd be in a fucking HR meeting every week if somebody listened to this shit.
Why? It doesn't.
As
You're not
opposed to
forced
every
at
other.
work, it's fine. But remember, you can get the Euroshame Challenge podcast from the usual podcast services. Look on Spotify for the Euroshame Challenge podcast. Look on the Facebook group for Year of Shame. On the YouTube, we are at MLGYOS, and you can find us usually hanging around on the Midlife Gamer page on the Facebooks. And if you do want to email the show, nobody will read it, but you can email it at yearofshame@gmail.com. And with that, I think I'm going to play some sad music potentially, and we are out. Thanks, guys.
What's left to
Thanks so
say
much.
is,
Catch you
screw you
later.
guys, I'm off to buy games.
Well, this is the end. We hope you enjoyed the show. And if you didn't, tough titties.